I've been spinning poi for about 3 years now. Creating a system that explains how a prop moves on its own can be quite easy. It's based on geometry most of the time. But understanding how that prop is going to interact with the human body is very complex. There's a lot of expression that comes in at the level of the prop's interaction with the body. Systematizing the prop, that's the easy part. But systematizing the interactions, I think, is much better left a lot of the time to the creative process than the technical one. Poi especially has given me a real sense of freedom. There's a limited interaction. It's right here. Beyond that, I'm free to do whatever. Because of the two objects and the ability to abstract me from what's going on, I think I've become a lot more of a dancer. Timing and direction is probably the most fundamental part of my poi philosophy. The interaction of two objects in circular motion. It is a two-dimensional system, or rather, only the two-dimensional version is complete right now. So it's limited, but it has been the most useful lens for analyzing poi in presentation. I think the best way to practice better, to train better, is to cross-train. Most acts of creation are examples of cross-fertilization. Someone takes an idea from one field and adapts it for use in another field. Poi and double staff have crossed over innumerable times. Poi is by far the one that crosses over the most, though. In the spinning world, the language of poi is the lingua franca. Everything gets translated into poi. But now I feel I engage with the widest possible range of props because I've recognized the commonality in all of them, how they all participate in making me better with an individual one. The things I like to see in a poi spinner are style and creativity. I like to see someone whose interaction with the prop is different, who has an individuality in their performance persona. The thing that's most exciting to me is being introduced to something new, something that I hadn't considered. When I'm learning a trick, my body's interaction with the poi is a super minimal philosophy. To learn the trick with the fewest number of muscles that are needed, so that I've left the greatest amount of my body free for the expression that comes with that character. I try to base the relationship between my body and the poi on character. I spend a lot more time working on specifically trying to spin poi in very charged ways. Spin poi happily, spin poi anxiously. And I try to let that guide the primary interaction between my body and the poi. I guess the biggest lesson that object manipulation has had for me is that anything, when studied in enough detail, is a metaphor for everything else. And so, as you pursue this, pursue it seriously. Pursue it with intention. Pursue it with a piece of yourself, because the rewards can be greater than you would ever imagine.